Good morning. My name's Sarah Jane, if I haven't met you already. If you're waiting on Zoom today, I'm sorry that we had technical issues. But today's yoga class is lovely and I hope you can enjoy it. We're still working on intention, just like our Tuesday class. So bring that same intention you found or cultivated on Tuesday. Let's bring it to this class. We'll start in a wide-kneed child's pose. Take your knees wide, big toes to touch, and walk your hands out in front of you, forehead to the floor. And we'll just take a few moments of breath here. Heavying the hips to the heels, walking the fingertips long so there's space in the waist. And using these first few moments of breath to arrive on your mat, in your body, and connected to your breath. Try and breathe into all four sides of your torso, front, back, left and right. Walk your hands back towards your knees. Draw the knees to close and come and stack your shoulders over your hips. Let your hips come out to the right. And land your left hand to the left side of your mat. So hips to the right, left hand to the left side of the mat. Right arm on your inhale reaches to the ceiling. And then it's a side body stretch. Press the left fingertips into the mat and stretch the right side body. Notice if the right shoulder wants to roll forwards or collapse. Can you lean back slightly and look with your heart to the sky? Option here is to bend your right elbow and lean the back of the head into the right hand. This supports the neck and you'll feel a lovely stretch around the shoulder girdle. Slowly release. Bring everything back on top of the heels. And then shift your hips to the left. Right hand to the right side of your mat. Inhale, left fingertips up to the ceiling as you side bend on your exhale. Rolling the chest open here instead of collapsing the shoulders forwards. Option to bend the left elbow and lean the back of the head into the left hand, supporting the neck here. Breathing down the side body. Releasing the hands and coming to find a tabletop at the front of your mat. Land your hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath hips, and spread your fingers wide. We'll move through our cat-cows nice and slowly, dropping the belly, sending the heart forwards on your inhale. Pressing your hands into the floor, rounding your back on your exhale. Moving through these two positions, cat-cow. Inhale for cow. Exhale for cat. Closing the eyes, can you really feel this movement from the inside out? Can you move every vertebrae equally? Can you massage the organs by softening the abdominals as you send the heart forwards? Can you squeeze the abdominals as you press the hands into the floor and draw the navel to the spine? Let's take 2 more breaths here. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, find your length. send the heart forwards. Exhale, press into the hands, round the mid-spine to the ceiling. Inhale to a neutral spine and reach your right arm up to the sky. Exhale, thread your arm all the way across and land your shoulder on the floor. We're going to pause here. Left hand underneath left shoulder. Shift your hips towards the right. You can stay here. This is option number 1. Option number 2 is walking the hands forwards, or the left hand forwards, and pressing into those fingertips and just rolling your left shoulder on top of your right. Option 3 is extending the left fingertips to the ceiling as you keep leaning the left shoulder back. Option 4 is reaching to the right hip and just lifting that right hip up slightly in your bind. These are options, not requirements, so go to a place where there's breath and fullness. Slowly release. Bring your left hand underneath left shoulder. Reach your right arm up to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, land your right hand down. Left arm to lift. Inhale. Exhale, thread the arm all the way through. Land the shoulder on the floor. And then start to stack the shoulders. You can keep your right hand underneath right shoulder and just notice if the hips have swung out to the right. Draw them towards the left side. And then we've got option number 2. If you would like to extend your right fingertips forwards, come up onto those fingertips and roll the right shoulder back. Option number 3, extend the right fingertips up to the ceiling. Keep drawing that right hip back. Option number 4 is finding that bind, just bringing the fingertips to the crease of the left hip and lifting that left hip up slightly. Wherever you've chosen to be there with breath. Releasing your fingertips, landing your right hand underneath right shoulder and coming to find your downward facing dog. So walking your hands out slightly forwards, tucking the back toes, lifting the hips up and finding length in your spine. So we really want to bend the knees for a moment, send the tailbone up to the sky, and then from this position you can bring energy into the legs and hands once that spine is long. We'll take another full breath in and another full breath out. We'll walk the feet all the way forwards and let these walks be really purposeful. Can you feel the soles of the feet on your mat? Each step is like the first time you've ever done it. You're really feeling the feet connected to the earth. When you get to the front of your mat, it's an exhale to fold over your legs. I've bent my knees. My face is soft as I let my neck go, looking right past my shins. And if you've got your legs straight and you're rounding in your back, can you bend your knees generously and get belly to touch thighs? That's what we're looking for. And then press into the feet and roll the spine up one vertebrae at a time. When you get to the top of your mat, it's a shoulder loop all the way up, back and down. Sweep the arms up, inhale. Bring those palms to touch. Hands to your heart, exhale. Taking a moment to come back to your intention. If you didn't join us on Tuesday, this intention is to take us through the month of June. So ask yourself that question, how would you like to feel? Let this intention be something from the inside out today. An energy you can radiate from within. We'll take a full breath in here and a big breath out to seal that intention. Let's start to move, lifting the arms up, inhale. We fold over our legs, bend the knees, let the head go, exhale. Step your right foot back. Drop the back knee to the floor. Inhale, send your hips forwards. Keep your fingertips on the floor. Keep tucking the back toes as you send the hips back on your exhale. Drawing your toes towards your shin. Your front leg does not have to be straight. There can be a bend in it. We're looking on sensation here. So can you feel that sensation down the front left leg? Coming back on your inhale, ground your hands, lift your back knee, step back to your plank position. Spread your shoulders, press the heels back, squeeze the thighs onto the bones. And then everyone will drop their knees to the floor, exhale. Inhale, shift your weight forward, shoulders past the wrists, and we find this lovely line, shoulders, hips, and knees. So keep sending the pubic bone forwards, keep pulling the front abdominals in. Exhale, bend your elbows, peel your thighs, your pubic bone, your belly, your chest, all the way down to the floor. Keep your hands where they are, press the backs of the feet to the floor, loop the shoulders on the back. Inhale for your cobra, keep tucking the chin, looking down so your neck is long. Exhale to release. We find our downward facing dog for a breath. Tuck the toes, lift the hips, take a full breath in here. And a full breath out. Step your right foot in between your hands and drop that back knee. And if you haven't got that foot, if it's a little bit halfway up your mat, use your hand on your ankle and just help that foot come forwards. Lovely. From here, come onto those fingertips, draw the hips forwards. Inhale. Tuck your back toes, send the hips back on your exhale. Flex your right toes. Draw your right hip back and just know that that front leg does not have to be straight. Keep breathing here, sending the heart forwards. And then we come all the way back to the front. Lift the back knee, look forwards. Step forwards, find that forward fold over the legs. Exhale. Press into the feet, root to rise, we stand, inhale. We fold over the legs, exhale. Step the left foot back. Drop the left knee to the floor and sweep both arms up. Inhale, Anjayanasana. Right hand comes to right thigh. Reach the left fingertips over to the right and keep drawing the pubic bone forwards, so that you start to feel this delicious stretch in the left front hip here. We sit for long hours of our day at the moment, working from home, lockdown, nowhere to walk. So this muscle contracts constantly. So we really want to make sure the front hip starts to open here. Take another full breath in. I'm using my right hand to press back slightly so I can feel this more on my left hip. Gorgeous. Bring the hands back to center. Inhale. Take the hands down. Lift the back knee. Step back. Find your plank position. Press the heels. Squeeze the thighs. Lovely. You can drop the knees to the floor if you need. Otherwise, we take the chest forwards. Bend the elbows. Slowly lower all the way to the floor. Point the feet. Shoulders on the back. Inhale for cobra. Slight tuck of the chin to find length in the back of the neck. Exhale to release. Downward facing dog, lift the hips. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Left foot to step in between the hands. Remember, use your hand here to help that foot come forwards. Drop the back knee, sweep the arms up. Inhale here. Left hand to the middle of the left thigh. Press down into that left thigh and tuck the pubic bone forwards. Reach your right fingertips to the left. Find that side body stretch. Keep drawing the pubic bone forwards and think about your back knee and your front heel trying to come together here. There's this scissoring action. Gorgeous. Let's take one more breath here. Finding the space in the front of the right hip. And then reaching the arms up, take an inhale breath. Land the hands down on your exhale. Lift the back knee, look forward. So we travel on the inhale, coming forwards. We exhale, forward fold over the legs. Let the crown of the head go. We stand up, press into the feet, root to rise, standing tall. We fold right back down, exhale, forward fold. We step our right foot back, and you're going to ground your right heel down, and just for a moment check heel to heel alignment. Sweep your right fingertips forwards. From here, your right fingertips are going to travel all the way back and pull your torso, your shoulders onto your hips. Check your front knee is tracking over front toes by squeezing your left glute underneath you. We arrive, warrior two, and we find stillness here. We find our breath, and let's close our eyes to feel this pose from the inside out. What is the content in our minds, in our body at this moment? Focusing on what really matters internally. Turn your palms up to the ceiling. Let's move, reaching the fingertips to the ceiling, straightening the front leg. Inhale. We're moving through honey here. As you exhale, re-bend your front knee. Find your warrior two. Flip your palms. Inhale. Reach up, straighten the front leg. Exhale to open up. Bend that front knee. Lovely. One more time. Moving through hot, sticky liquid. Inhale. Exhale, palms down, re-anchor into your warrior two. Now we're going to find a little burn, a little pulse. Bend your knee over your toes and then back off. We do this again, sending the knee forwards. Make sure you're squeezing your left glute. One more time, bend that front knee. Beautiful. Squeeze the glutes, lengthen the legs. Reach your left fingertips forwards. We're moving to Trikonasana, triangle pose. Send your back hip away. Exhale, left hand to shin, right fingertips to sky. Now use that left hand to press into the shin and lengthen the underside ribs. Wrap the heart to the ceiling and think about rolling your right shoulder back. Keep thinking about the inner thighs moving back towards the back of the room as you lengthen the spine forwards. You're almost leaning your right shoulder back slightly so that the underside ribs can look towards the ceiling. Beautiful. Look down. Rebend your front knee. Find your warrior two. Flip your left palm up. Reverse your warrior. Inhale. Lifting the left fingertips back. The right fingertips are light on the back leg. You're bending the left knee. Exhale, windmill the hands down. Look all the way forwards and step forwards. Forward fold over the legs. Exhale. Press into the feet. Root to rise. Sweep the arms up. Inhale. We fold right back down. Exhale. Left fingertip, left foot to step back. Ground that left heel and just check heel to heel alignment. They want to be in alignment together. Left fingertips to sweep forwards, and then they're going to carry you back and let those left fingertips pull your shoulders on top of your hips. Now bend the right knee and squeeze the right glute so the right knee tracks over the right toes. We pause in our warrior. We build strength not only in our legs but in our mind. We build focus in our mind here. That challenge of closing your eyes and feeling this pose from the inside out. Flip your palms. Inhale, straighten your front leg, reach your fingertips up to the sky. Warrior two on your exhale, palms face down, re-anchor into your pose. We move through thick liquid, inhale to lift. Exhale to rebend, anchor into your warrior two. One more time, inhale. And exhale. forwards, we pulse, sending your front knee over your toes, squeeze your right glute. We pulse, taking it back, sending the knee forwards, building that strength and range of movement. One more time, sending the knee over the toes. Straighten the leg, reach your right fingertips all the way forward so you find space here. And then send the back hip away. Right hand to right shin, left fingertips to the sky. Use the right shin or right hand to press into the shin so that you can lengthen. You're drawing your thighs up towards your hips and you're leaning back slightly here. Can you pull the belly to the spine? And really think about your top shoulder wrapping down and back. Reaching your fingertips to the ceiling. And breathing into your triangle pose. Drawing the thighs back towards one another. Looking down, rebending your front knee, inhale. Flipping your palm, reverse your warrior, lift up and back. Light fingertips of the left hand, right fingertips to reach. Can you bend into your front knee? And then exhale, windmill your hands down and step back to your plank position. Spread your shoulders, press your heels away. Option to take the knees to the floor. Looking forwards, bend the elbows, lower the body all the way to the mat. And gently roll onto your backs. Lovely. Feet to hip width apart. Draw your heels close to your buttocks. Brushing your fingertips with your heels. Making sure your feet are parallel. Heels behind toes. Press into your feet. Lift your hips, your lower back, your mid-spine. Come all the way onto the shoulders and then start to walk the shoulders underneath you. Think about wrapping the triceps underneath you. Keep pressing into the feet, squeezing the glutes. And if it's available, can you interlace your hands together? Using the energy in your feet, can you bring lots of energy into your arms as well? We're going to take 5 breaths in our back bend. Setu Bandha Samangasana bridge pose. And I want you to use every part of the body that's on the floor should really activate, press into the earth. And then bring back your intention and let that radiate out of you as we cultivate energy for your month ahead. Setting up June right. Final 2 breaths. Keep pressing into the feet. Keep lifting the heart. One more time, knowing that this is great for our posture. Any rounding over phones or laptops, you're reversing that action now. Release your hands. And slower than you want to, you're going to roll your spine down 1 vertebrae at a time. And then taking your hands in a cactus shape, bend your elbows 90 degrees, backs of the hands heavy to the floor. Take your feet as wide as your mat and just gently knock your knees over to the left. Exhale. So feet as wide as your mat. Inhale, bring the knees back to center. Exhale, knees to the right. And we're just letting go of any tension we may have picked up in that lower back. Inhale, knees back to center. Exhale, knees to the left. We go again, inhale. So it's like a windscreen wiper for a moment. Exhale to the right. One more time, inhale, knees to center. We stay. Exhale, knees to the left. This time we're going to stay in this position, and maybe this is enough for you. You might get a lovely stretch down the front right quad. But if you're looking for more, you're going to take your left heel on top of your right thigh, and then you're going to draw that left heel down towards your knee, and you're going to keep tucking the pubic bone, sending the tailbone towards the heels to stretch out that front quad and front hip flexor again. This might be enough, or you might want to look towards your right fingertips. Wherever you are, you're using your abdominals, pulling the belly in and sending the pubic bone forwards. This way you're really going to get a lot of contraction in that front hip flexor. Take another breath here. And then keeping the cross of the ankle on top of the thigh, draw both your knees to the ceiling. Bring your hands to the back of the right thigh. We find a figure 4 pose. Draw your right knee forwards and then nuzzle your left elbow into left thigh and let that left knee open up. Make sure your left toes are flexed so that we protect the left knee. Notice if you're holding tension in the face of the jaw or the neck and soften these areas. Let the torso be nice and relaxed as we just let the work be in the outer hips. Take another 3 breaths here. Slowly release your legs. Bring your arms back into that cactus shape. Bring both of your feet as wide as your mat. And then knock your knees over to the right. Exhale. Lifting your right heel off the floor. Bring that right heel on top of the left thigh. Remember, this is an option. And then you're going to draw the right heel down the left thigh towards the knee. As you tuck your pubic bone, you pull in your front abdominals and you send your hips forward. So find that stretch in the front thigh, the hip flexor. And then if it's available to you, you're looking towards your left fingertips. Keep drawing the pubic bone forwards. Breathing down the side of the body. Taking one more inhale. Bringing everything back to center. Bringing the knees to center, keeping the cross of the ankle over the thighs. Taking your hands to the back of the left thigh. And then pressing your right elbow into right thigh. Flexing your right toes to protect that right knee. And notice if you've lifted your head or your shoulders off the floor here, can you soften, even if that means letting go of your hands around your left thigh? Can you let the back of the head, the shoulders be relaxed here as the work is just in the legs and that outer right hip? Taking 2 more breaths here, wherever you are, hands to the thigh or not. And then starting to unravel, draw the knees in, hands onto kneecaps. And just gently circle the knees out to the sides and round to the front, using that breath, inhaling, taking them back. Exhale all the way out to the sides and round. One more time, mobilizing and massaging the hips here. And then finding our happy baby, our final pose of the class. So options here, hands to the shins, the ankles, or the outside edges of the feet, but your knees are bent. You're pressing the soles of the feet to the ceiling as you draw the hands down. There's traction here. Another note, notice if you've lifted the head, rather take the hands to the shin so that back of the head can stay on the floor. And wherever you are, we want to breathe here. Breathe into the hips, press the feet away, and send the tailbone towards the back of the room so that you can find length in that spine. Take 2 more breaths here. And then when you're ready, you can slowly release and extend your legs forwards, finding your final resting pose. Taking your feet as wide as your mat, sending your tailbone forwards, letting the heels, knees and hips roll out to the sides, maybe bringing the backs of the hands heavy to the floor. And taking this moment of rest, staying, lying down. And just being aware that this is the hardest part of the yoga class, especially on a recorded session. There's that urge to just get up, move on with your day. But rest is such an integral, important part of healing, wellness as a whole. So give your body this rest. Give it this time to process. Close your eyes and think of that intention and let it build, let it fill your body here. And while you're lying down, I would like to read you a poem today. It's from Rumi's little book of life, The Garden of the Soul, the Heart and the Spirit. The body is like a pot with the lid on. Lift the lid and see if it is filled with the water of life or the poison of death. Focus on the contents and you will become a master. Focus on the pot and you will be misguided. Your eyes only see the body, while the spiritual eye perceives the soul. So I'm going to leave you lying down today, and I'd like you to focus on your contents, feeling from the inside out, letting your intention radiate from within. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope we can meet again on Zoom on Tuesday. Have a wonderful day. Namaste.